Hello everyone, it is Shayne or Professor Shayne to some of you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am here to talk about asynchronous learning. So what is asynchronous learning? Well, it is when you are taking a distance learning course or an online course and it doesn't happen in real time with the professor. So it is actually like my favorite form of learning, both as a teacher and as a student, because it gives me the flexibility to be able to do things on my own time. But it's not the experience that everyone has when it comes to asynchronous learning. So I am here to give you some tips. Tip 1, make sure to find out exactly what the expectations are in the class. So it's important to know exactly what you have to do in the class, due date or no due date. Just know what you have to get done. So are there any papers? Are there any discussion posts? Are there any group projects? You have to find out. Tip number 2, get a planner. Doing things from a calendar perspective allows you to look ahead to find out the things that are expected of you. So if there are due dates, knowing that you have a midterm on Friday, on the 16th or whatever, I don't know what date it is today, actually. Anyway, like let's say that something, the midterm is due on Friday and it is Monday. On Monday, you know that you need to start studying, essentially. If you wait until, and then you know that if you wait until Thursday to study for your Friday midterm, well, it's up to you. That is, the accountability is on you to get that done. Tip number 3, make sure that you have a designated study space and a designated time to study. When it comes to asynchronous learning, people start off with thinking, oh yeah, I'll do this whenever I have time. And time is something that everyone has the same exact amount of, regardless of how much you have to do. So you need to be able to schedule when you actually study, when you do your tests, when you do your papers, and where. The where is really important because there are studies that show that when you study in the same location and if you take the test in the same location, it'll help your brain with remembering the important information. And so if, for example, I have my own little office space and it is exactly where I do a lot of my work, and this is where I write my dissertation, and so I know that for like 8+ hours a day, this is where I'm going to be, this is what I'm going to do, and so on. If you're the type of person who do not have a designated study space because of circumstances, that's totally understandable. Do your best to try to study in the same space the most amount of time. Like let's say going to the library, because libraries are open now. So if you go to the library every Monday, do that every Monday. Don't stay away from that habit. Just keep on doing it. Tip number 4, eliminate distractions. So when it comes to asynchronous learning, the lectures, the tests, the discussion posts, the papers, they are at your own time. So you need to spend your time wisely and also eliminate distractions, because it's important that you are focused in whatever you're going to do. And I have an example of something that can really help you guys with doing both those things, time management and eliminating distractions. And that is called the Pomodoro method. The Pomodoro method is the tomato method. And what it is you set a timer for 25 minutes and you do focused work. Just no distractions. This is the only thing you're going to do. You don't stray away from it. You don't check your phone. You don't check other websites. You just do the work. So if you're there learning from a lecture, you're going to watch the lecture and take notes, and that's all you're going to do for 25 minutes. And then when the 25 minutes is up, you have 5 minutes of replay. So, and then you put a timer on how much, you put on the timer 5 minutes for your free play. And then when the 5 minutes is up, you do another 25 minutes of focused hard work. And then you do another 5 minutes of replay. And so on. It is something that will definitely help you with your productivity. I have done it in the past. It is something that I do because I'm super distractible. Like, other things don't even distract me. I distract myself. So, give the Pomodoro method a try. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've tried it already. And let me know how it works for you or not. And whether or not you have other tips that you would like to offer. 5th tip, connect with your classmates. I always want my students to connect with each other because it's a hard class. I teach forensic psychology, and I'm also doing my dissertation. So I'm both a teacher and a student at the same time. And I connect with my classmates when I'm doing my dissertation, even though we're not in the same classes. We are in the same cohort. And that is something that is beautiful because you get moral support from your classmates and you also get practical support from your classmates. And those are two different things. So for the class that I'm teaching now, I encourage people to create their own little group chats, to talk to each other about what's due and what's not, studying with each other, that sort of thing, and also supporting each other, because there's more often than not, students are in the same classes as each other. I already know a few of my students who are in the same classes that outside of my class, and it helps them to feel supported more, like emotionally and like socially and also practically. So those are the 5 tips that I have for asynchronous learning. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment in the section down below. The question that I have for you is, what other tips would you add to this video when it comes to asynchronous learning? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.